Hi, I'm Matt Allen, owner of Virginia Auto Service and host of Bumper to Bumper Radio, heard every single Saturday at 11, right here on 92.3 KTAR. Bumper to Bumper Radio is a show to help you, the motoring public, have a better overall car ownership and repair experience. Whether it's mechanical repairs, collision repairs, tires, we've got you covered. And today, we've got the team from Bumper to Bumper Radio we call the Collision Team. Leo Petrozola from Campus Body Salon. We have Dave Lindgren from First Class Auto Body and Kevin Rowe from I-17 Collision Repair. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thank you.
All right. The collision happened. The repairs have happened. You did a good job. You picked your body shop. They repaired it, and they called you and said, your car is ready. You can't wait to pick it up. But do you just want to go pick it up at 5 minutes before you close, Dave? Or should people allocate some time? This is not just going to Circle K and getting a soda. This is a big deal, right?
Very true. I mean, honesty and transparency need to be present when you're picking up the car, because if you have nothing to hide, you're willing to share the receipts, the photographs, and all the process steps along the way when you deliver a car to the people. Because the insurance company are going to write an insurance estimate for cheap. They're going to write it with aftermarket parts. They're going to do it to save money. But what we all do is we work for the customer and we write it for OEM parts and challenge the insurance companies to do it right. And if they won't pay, they refuse to pay, we'll do what's called a price match and buy OEM parts at the cost of the aftermarket. So we can put the car together correctly because we ultimately warranty the car, not the insurance company.
Well, yeah, you hear a lot of insurance companies say, "Oh, we give you a lifetime warranty if you fix it at our place."
They're going to request
they're
to
not
go
the
back
one,
to the shop.
Yeah, they're not the ones giving the warranty. It's actually the repair shop.
us.
And
Absolutely.
you guys already give that anyway, so that's just another reason to go where you want to go, not because the insurance company says, "Hey, lifetime warranty."
Right.
And people probably really appreciate that, Dave, with the transparency. Here's the parts we used, and you talked about OEM parts. I mean, OEM is original equipment parts,
Right.
and an aftermarket is something made offshore, if you will, and it's less money because it's less quality. I mean, there's always if something is less money, it's because there's less of something in it. And Leo, you guys mentioned you guys do a price match, so that's what I call transparency and integrity, because if you as the business is willing to say, I'm going to spend money out of my pocket to buy a better part to ensure the quality of this repair, that's what happens with you guys, right?
Because here's the reality of the situation. If you look at your insurance policy, it is written right in there. You maybe didn't read that fine print.
Nobody has
but
it.
absolutely. But it's written in there where the insurance company can use and utilize aftermarket parts, used parts, which they call like, kind, and quality.
Yes.
In doing your repairs. So what we do, and the three of us, all do this, is we'll take a situation like that, and as Dave stated, we may go back to the insurance company and say, listen, we can't use these aftermarket parts for whatever reason, but there are times where aftermarket parts are usable, and they are part of a good repair process. However, because we do offer the guarantee for as long as that individual owns that vehicle, we go above and beyond that, and we do work with our vendors because of the relationships that we have to where we get original equipment manufactured parts. And they'll do a price match, and the vendor might take a little bit less in profit. We're going to take a little bit less, but it's the proper repair.
If there's one area you're willing to compromise, and that's a little bit in the profit area, you will not compromise quality, though.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm hearing.
Absolutely.
And then what about the walk around? I mean, when it comes time to pick up this car, the insurance company's already paid. Maybe you've got to bring your deductible. Maybe the insurance company has mailed a two-party check and you need to sign it over to the body shop. But we want to take 10 or 15 minutes with that customer. I mean, me as the consumer and you as the body shop, you want to let them know they did get a good repair. You guys are proud of that repair. So it's a little bit of a brag session. Maybe show and tell. You want to show everything we did, right, Kevin?
Yeah, and it's one of those things, too, where people, they don't understand what all happened as far as in the repair process. What's a radiator support? What's a bumper reinforcement? People don't know. So we just, from from talking to Leo and Dave, we pop the hood. We all do the same thing. We pop the hood open. We go down the estimate line by line, so our customers have a complete understanding of what we actually did to this vehicle. So that way, if there's warranty issues, they know what's been on there, and just for peace of mind that that these guys dug in deep and this thing looks good, and they have confidence that we've done the repair the right way.
Now, what would you say to the person that's watching this video and they didn't make the right choice at the body shop? They didn't come into one of your 3 shops, and they didn't get the show and tell when they went and picked their car up. They just got handed the keys, they changed checks, it was 5 minutes before closing time. Adios, thank you very much. What are some things that people can look at? I mean, I a couple things I could think of right off the bat. If it was hit in the front end, I like to look for consistency. Maybe the left line and the right line of the hood, there's those gaps. Maybe that's the first place I would check. What other things can people look at before maybe they say, maybe I do need to go take them up on their offer to do a post-collision or a post-repair at one of your shops when somebody else fixed it? What should they be looking for?
I think one of the things that we see all the time, especially whether it's in our own facilities or other facilities, most people will walk up to their vehicle and they'll go, well, the color matches, so we're good. And that is just so much, furthest from the truth, because you want to be sure that all of the structural integrity is there of the vehicle. Were the proper procedures by the manufacturer utilized for doing this repair? We're dealing with vehicles now that have 15, 16 different types of urethane that we're working with on parts of the vehicle. We're dealing with 8, 10, 12 different types of metal that we're dealing with which all require a specific type of repair process, a specific type of welding equipment, unibody repair equipment. I mean, on and on and on. So you don't want to just go up and go, the color matches. So if they made a decision or an insurance company directed them to a facility and there's any kind of question in their mind, what they can do is contact any one of the 3 of us, set up a time to bring the vehicle in. We need roughly about a half an hour, a copy of the final estimate of what was done to that vehicle, and we will go over line by line of that estimate to ensure 3 things. Number 1, that everything on the estimate was addressed in the repair. Number 2, that what was addressed was repaired properly. And number 3, to make sure that there wasn't any additional damage that was missed. If we find an issue with any one of the 3 of those, then the client has the decision. They can go back to that repair facility that they were directed to and have them address the issue. I've had, unfortunately, clients that they have maybe already been back to that facility 4 times to try to address issues, and they're getting nowhere. So then at that point, again, we will jump in, we will act as the advocate, we will re-involve the insurance company to let them know, hey, this vehicle was repaired at XYZ. The client brought it to us. Here are the issues. These need to be addressed.
And it's the details that matter over the long run. Things as simple as making sure the VIN decal, if you had to replace the hood, all those labels from the factory, the emissions control things, the items that talk about the air conditioning charge level, those might be on the core support or the underside of the hood. All those little details need to be taken care of. That's part of a proper repair. But is there anything that the consumer can see when he or she opens the hood or maybe takes that 10-foot back view to trigger, I do need to get an inspection done? Is again, I was talking about like the hood lines. Kevin, are there other is there something that 2 or 3 little things that stand out there that when you're looking at a car, you can say, that doesn't look right?
Yeah, there's a few things. It's common sense ideas, like if there's any type of clips missing, or if a weld on a core support, say it was welded in, and it looks messy, to see that, well, look at the other side of the vehicle, like you're saying, hood gaps, that's a good one. And saying, well, this side doesn't look the same as this side. Why is that? It's common sense, really.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, common sense for those of us that do it every day. So looking for consistency, and then things like you want to check if you were in a front end collision. Go drive it that night. Make sure the headlights are properly aimed. Make sure all the turn signals and lights are working. You can do this as the walk around, right before you pick up the car as well. And in your cases, you guys are already doing this.
Yep.
You've done it before they even came, so you know it's going to be a successful repair. But I just wanted some tidbits for other people that weren't lucky enough to be at your shops to know what to be on the lookout for. So, well, thanks, guys. I think this is just it's been a really good conversation so that we can help consumers in Phoenix and the metropolitan area and the Bumper to Bumper Radio's listeners know that when they have an accident, they're not all by themselves. They've got you guys at their back. They've got Bumper to Bumper Radio with them, and they're going to be taken care of. And so if you are in an accident, and it will happen eventually, unfortunately, make sure you've already been to bumpertobumperradio.com. You've got the collision team download. You've got the checklist. You know what to do. You're not going to stress out. You're going to be in your comfort zone because the collision team at Bumper to Bumper Radio has you covered.